Hello Milky friends, it is Milkstew here with you for another Idle Heroes video. I've decided to make a video earlier this week. The new event has obviously dropped. It's centered around orbs, but equally more exciting, which I think you've all realized by now, is the complimentary event that's coming around with orbs. So look, let's go over the event this week. It's orbs. You do orbs, and you get a bunch of stuff if you do different levels of orbing. And that's pretty standard. There's nothing special here this week. The hero at 80 points this week is Ithaca. In a couple of weeks' time, it'll probably be Sherlock. So if you are wanting to get Sherlock from orbs, because there seems to be following a pattern, right? Delacium was the last one from an orbing event. Now it's Ithaca. And following that logic, Sherlock, given it was the next released hero after Ithaca, then he should be here in about a month's time, right? So if you want to save your feathers and don't want to get them from the feather shop, and you really want to, just get it sort of just through playing, then wait. I didn't wait because there was no point in waiting, and I'll go over why later. But yeah, this week's event, the top hero is Ithaca. Neither hero there. Good for PvE, not really good for PvP. So you might give that a bit of a miss if you're PvP focused, but if you're looking to build a stronger PvE team, then yeah, go for it. Why not? But the value packs this week, nothing to cry home about. What I really wanted to spend time on this week, I'm not going to talk about Ormus's workshop because you really need good artifacts for that, but the A and B one is probably the better one to get out of the two between that and the Magic Stone Sword. But leaving that side and the Heroic Miracle aside, which this week's hero is Sherlock, which is phenomenal if you're trying to build a Sherlock, which I am. But leaving that aside, the real thing that we want to talk about this week is this Summer Heartbeat. This thing is stupid value. So during the event, top up to the designated amount of the idle continent to get breathtaking gifts. Subscriptions are excluded in this event, right? So basically, what this means is, during this week, if you spend up to $49, you get 30 feathers and the ability to basically pick any pass non-light dark hero up to Rogan. Up to Rogan, that's pretty fucking insane. This has never happened before. Usually you've had to wait a couple of weeks for the very last hero from the Scrolls event to pop up. But the fact that they've got Rogan this week, I'm like, oh my gosh, right? And this is the amount of feathers for $49. You might think that's a lot of money, but it actually isn't, right? Yes, it's a lot to spend in one hit. and you've all probably realized the so what of this now. It's not necessarily tied to this event. Guys, you don't have to buy these packs. This is literally, if you spend $49 anywhere in the game except for subscriptions, and I'll talk about the one exception later, you're going to get 30 feathers and this box. This chest is just amazing, all right? And if you spend $99, you can pick any light dark hero up to basically the last special light dark hero event. So you can get your Russell copy now if you're missing that Russell copy, like I am to E5 him, right? You can get your Drake if you are stupid enough to build Drake. But you can leave that aside. And then if you spend $200, you can get any artifact you want. And so, like I said, a lot of you have probably caught on to the fact that you don't just have to buy these value packs, but you could basically load up on these VIP monthly cards, right? So now I'm at 209 days, right? You can buy the mini monthly VIP monthly card for $5, right? I'm at 137 days. The record, for those of you who are wondering, of what someone has loaded up in terms of buying these packs in order to get the Summer Heartbeat, these chests. The record from what I've seen is, if we go to Discord, this guy in my guard, 323 days. He has pretty much committed himself to Idle Heroes for the next year, right? And 119 days on this little junior monthly VIP card. But that's the so what for this video. You can actually, if you pre-buy enough VIP monthly cards, you can get all the way up to this $200 pack and select the artifact that you want, right? So let's talk about what you should be buying if you're trying to hit these values whether it's the $49 one, the $100 one, or the $200 one, right? Because it's a decision really between this stuff, the VIP this stuff, the senior privilege card, and the junior privilege card, or the privilege card. The only thing that doesn't count is this subscription. So when they talk about, and they say, look, everything counts except this subscription, it's this that doesn't count, which is fine because you would have to buy so many of these in advance, which you can't because these are like quarterly, monthly, or weekly subscriptions, and you can't like sort of bulk buy them and doesn't stack, unlike the stuff which stacks. That's the only thing that doesn't count. But literally, you can buy anything else in this game. So you can buy, like I said, any of these value packs. You can buy this monthly card. So if your monthly card's about to reset, fucking like buy it. But if you've missed out like I have, too bad. Like if I knew that Summer Heartbeat was stackable, I probably would have waited for my monthly carnival to reset and then buy it like now. But you just don't know when these events like this are going to drop, right? So you don't know how to time your spending. And then the other place to obviously get to $200 is if you buy any of these monthly packs, which are all terrible value, any of these weekly ones, which are all terrible value, or these daily ones, which are actually much better value. And so let's quickly do the value analysis on how to spend your money to get to the Summer Heartbeat thresholds, right? So let's start with the easy stuff, right? So let's start with the senior privilege card and what you get for it, right? So it's cost. Let's do cost. Let's blow it up a bit this week because we can. So the cost, the item, it's the VIP monthly, and then we got the VIP monthly mini, right? Oh, mini. Ah, come on, son. Come on. Get the typing up right. So we've got the cost, and then you get the gems, and then you get the cost per gem, and then per suggestion on my viewer last week, it is the number of gems per dollar. So we're going to do it on both fronts so then you guys can see the value or lack of value. So the senior privilege card is $15. You get 750 gems plus 375 gems for 30 days. So 375 times 30, and that gives you 12,000 gems. So the cost per gem is 0.1%. And then the number of gems per dollar is 800, right? Easy. So now let's do the VIP mini card. So you get, that's what, it's like $5. And then you get 250 straight up front times, what is it? 85 times 30. Same math. Similar kind of value. So 0.17 cent of a gem or 560 gems per dollar. And now let's look at the other stuff, right? So if we go to the value pack, the best value is always the one that's most expensive. So we got a $100 orbage, $100. How many gems do you get? You get 5,000 gems. 5,000 gems. Come on. Plus 450 times. We're going to use the adventure value. So what you can get the orb for in adventure. Otherwise, if you want to use the marketplace price, it's about $500. But let's do 450. 450 times 33 is 19,850. And so there you get, it's terrible value, right? Instantly you see why that guy in my guild bought a year's worth of VIP monthly cards. Because it's like, when you look at this, you're getting 4 times the amount of value from the VIP monthly compared to the $100 orb package, right? Crazy. Okay, so then let's talk about the dailies. And you can only buy so many of these a day. It's like, what, $3 a day that you can, of goodies you can buy. So that's like, what, $20 worth of shit you can get for over the course of a week. So, all right, let's do the first one. So, the $1 daily. $1 daily. And then you can get the $2 daily. $2 daily. All right. Oh, faily. $2. Where are my buttons? $2 daily. All right. So that's 1. That's 2. And then the $1 one, it's 125 times 3. We're not going to value the gold. All right. We're not going to value the gold because we're just not. And you can see that the $1 daily one is better than the $100 orb one. And the $2 one is if we do, so what? It's like 5 times 125 plus 150. And this one's going to be much better value than the $1 one, right? 388. Just a smidge better value. We don't need to say that. Just a smidge better value. than the $2 one, right? Oh, well, the $1 one. What am I saying? So these are the key things that you should be considering buying when building up to the $150, $100, or $200 mark. So look, if it was up to me, you obviously try and buy as many VIP monthlies as you can, but recognize that after, I don't know if you're still going to be around after a year, right? Like, so it's kind of stupid to pre-buy that much if you know you're not going to stick around after a year. I probably will still be around after a year, but who knows, right? I'm only committed for, how long am I committed for? So I'm committed to this game for the next 209 days. If anything it happens before then I'll probably sell my account. But my friend is already committed to 323 days. And it'd be interesting to see if any of you can break the 323-day record that is now held by Bernac, right? 323 days. Insane! And he's already 119 days on this. So, and he spent money in euros. To be super clear about this, right? Even though it says you have to spend US $49, it is not the case. It is the equivalent of US $49. How do I put this? Bernac, to get 323 days, spent 15.99 euros, right? If you're in America, you're going to spend 15 American dollars, and they're going to treat those amounts exactly the same. For those of you that are in direct communication with me, you know I don't buy this at 15 American dollars, right? I get it from like just a touch cheaper. I'm not going to tell you which country it is because they're just going to correct the price again. But I get discounted packs in this game. It's not as big as the Turkey exploit, but it's enough that if you're going to spend on this game, then you want to get some discount somewhere, right? So I do get a bit of a discount, right? Not because the devs like me. It's because I went through the pain of trying to work out which country's currency has devalued a lot. Because the thing about this game is, right, what you have to realize, guys, is the amount you pay in this game is tied to where your Google account is based. And obviously, having said that now, you're like, okay, so that means I can change the location of my Google account, right? Yes, right? That's how they can like sort of control content in regions and they control pricing in region. It's through where your Google account is based, right? So this game doesn't set the price. It's based, well, actually, this game does set the price, but they set it for the regions in Google. So it's not like this game, the developers set the price in USD and then Google converts it to your local currency using some arbitrary exchange rate. It doesn't happen that way. The DH developers set the pricing in this game and control the pricing for the different regions. That's why in Australia, right, these value packs, it's basically 30 American dollars because they've decided, you know what, at one point in time when the Australian dollar was useless, they had to charge that much to get the equivalent amount of American dollars. But because currency fluctuates so much every single week, every single day, that's a lot of effort to update those pricing tables. So they don't do that, right? So there are certain countries where these packs are cheaper. And you have to be a bit diligent about which countries those are, right? I found a couple. Happy to share it with you if you direct message me on Discord or, I don't know, through YouTube or something. As long as we don't like let too many people know about it, and hopefully no one watches this video. Otherwise, you'll all be like, oh, Milkster, which country is it? I'm not going to tell you directly. There are cheaper countries out there. The devs know it. Just as there are more expensive countries out there, they're not going to tell you that either, right? They want you to all believe that this is a completely fair game. And it isn't. So anyway, in terms of how you build to the $49, I mean, I would probably buy 3 of these packs times 3. And then to get the extra, you know, $2, I'd probably buy 2 dailies, right? So that, to get to $49, you know, one option is obviously 3 times VIP plus 1 times mini VIP, or 3 times VIP plus 2 times $2 daily. Yeah? I'm not going to do out all the permutations and combinations. You guys can see the values, the different values here, right? So if you're trying to maximize value, you're probably going to try and buy as many VIP monthlies as possible. Then next best is obviously VIP mini monthly. Like, it's a balance between these two because, like I said, you can go nuts on this and buy like 2 years worth of VIP monthly cards. But if you're not going to play this game for 2 years, right, you're shit out of luck, right? So then you're spreading your purchases between the VIP monthly and the VIP monthly mini, which, okay, fine, the VIP monthly mini gets you less value, but out of everything you can buy right now, it is the next best thing you can buy, right? Because the $100 orb pack, that's fucking terrible value, right? So I'm not going to bother doing the what do you call it, the value for these monthly packs, because I've done them in the past and they're just fucking shit value, right? Just like really, really bad. Like, for example, let's do we did this puppet one last week, and we just universally acknowledged this was like the worst value, right? So maybe let's do like this $50 one, this monthly $50 one, just for argument's sake, right? 2,700 gems, 50 scrolls, $50. We're not going to value the gold. The gold is worth something, but we're not going to do it, right? So let's do the $50 monthly one because I'm out of content. I'm trying to extend this video. You can all tune out now if you don't give a shit anymore, because that's the so what. The so what is to get the summer heartbeat. Like, you can buy anything to get to those value thresholds, right? Do not buy the $100, any other orb packages, the value packages. Value is a misleading word. They're not valuable. Spend your money on the VIP monthly cards or the $2 or $1 daily. But for those of you who are going to stick around, I'm going to do this calc, and then I'm going to talk about my lineup and how it's changed since we last spoke. So the $50 monthly card, we get 2,700 gems, 2,700 plus 50 times, my dog is barking, I don't know why, and you see, look, just fucking shit value again, right? So you can repeat that for all these value packs. I've done it in the past, and none of these are good value. So we can just avoid those. And these weekly ones are fucking terrible as well. Like, I don't know anyone stupid enough to buy these. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. So if you actually bought these, you're just full of money. You don't need my advice. You don't care about value. Anyway, that's the value packs for this week. So let's talk about lineups. And I was surprised at how many Sherlocks I got this week. So I was basically in a position to 10-star my Sherlock last time we spoke, which was, I think I made the video 4 days ago. Since then, obviously, this event has dropped, and I got a Sherlock from Heroic Miracle. I got one Sherlock, luckily, from Prophet Orbs. I don't know how, but Fortress for me was really good this week. I got a lot of 5-star heroes, and one of them was Sherlock. And then I got one Sherlock from spending $50, right? So I got 3 Sherlocks just from doing absolutely nothing and not really expecting it. And I know I'm shit lucky, right? So I can buy one from the store, or I can wait for Monopoly Week for him to drop. But effectively what I've done is, and someone told me to regress DA, and that's exactly what I did. I regressed DA in order to progress my Garuda, who was at E3 to E5. So now I have 2 E5 Garudas, and to push my Sherlock from 9-star to basically E4 with a 10-star Dark left to E5 either Sherlock or my Russell. And I'm kind of iffy about it. Like, I kind of want to do Sherlock over Russell, because Russell's not many people are using him in PvP right now, right? Whereas Sherlock is infinitely more valuable in the lineup than a Russell. I can't do both at once, so I might just do Sherlock for now. But yeah, that's the key lineup change for this week, because I'm very focused on winning just a lot of PvPs right now, because in Arena, I can't stay in the top 10. Like, I just keep losing to teams like, not these guys because they're in my goal, but like this guy's team. All right, so he's got the super new heroes. He's worked out. This guy's got funky artifacts, I think, right? Because this is just not a conventional lineup. And then if you look at this guy, he's using Rogan, and I can't really beat him either. But if you look at the top people, right, they've got Sherlocks, and no Russell. So this guy's got Sherlocks, right? No, he's got a Russell. And this guy, he's got, I'm pretty sure he's a Sherlock and no Russell. I could be wrong. Sherlock, yep, no Russell. So the top lineups, the guys that are winning, right? They've got double rooters and a Sherlock. And so I'm trying to emulate that so I can get back into the top 5 of PvP, so I can get this sexy rewards. Because Daddy needs, because I've did 2 loops of Prophet Orbs this week. And to get just basically food, I really need the food. And I guess my take on Prophet Orbs this week, if you're wondering whether or not you should do it, is, look, you should do basically, profit orbs when you need the food. As long as you don't need the copies, right? So if you're not hanging out, what I said earlier, if you're not hanging out for a Sherlock, which I'm pretty sure is the next PR, but it's not guaranteed, right? Just do it. There's no point in holding back, right? These rewards are already pretty darn good. And if getting food allows you to progress your PvT teams to the point where you're going to start placing the top 10 in Crystal Crown League, or you're going to place much better in Trial of the Champion, right? Because this is where kind of spending on profit orbs begets getting more profit orbs. Because if you can place better in PvP, in Trial of the Champions or Crystal Crown Leagues, you're going to get more of these glory coins. And more glory coins mean profit orbs, right? So you're kind of like cycling through profit orbs, if that makes sense. You're spending profit orbs to get more food, so you can win in PvP, so then you can get glory coins to get even more profit orbs, right? There's no point in holding back. The only thing that you should really be holding back on, if you believe in last year's events, like Black Friday last year was centered around profit orbs, right? So look at that event and see what you got out of it. But apart from that, there's no real point in saving for profit orbs, unless you're waiting for Sherlock, which is I think the next hero drop from profit orbs. So yeah, if you got it, I recommend you spend it. And I'm tempted to go just spend all my shit on this week in profit orbs just to E5 my Russell. But then I've realized I've got no gold left. So it's a balance, guys. It's a balance. It's not always clear cut. Anyway, that's it from me this week. I hope you found that video useful. If you do manage to break Burnak's record of 323 consecutive days of VIP monthly, send it in the comment below. If you've seen someone break that, do it. Have a great weekend, guys, and stay safe.